Gather round, and I shall tell the tale. Under a sapphire blue sky, there was a king called the Golden Monarch. He ruled in a castle whose very bricks were made of gold. The people of that age were blessed beyond measure by the holy giants and their angels in the beyond. And so the robber maiden Brigida stormed out of the Crusaders' castle, bow strapped to her back, prepared to find the lost abbey of the deathly monks and the hallowed Shroud. That king, Cadfael of the Crusader Knights, was also called the Ashen King. Forever he spent his days in the crypts beneath the castle, without sun or fresh air. He entered it on the day his young sister, the maiden Princess Gwendolyn, died, whom he had loved dearly. Day and night he stayed in the royal crypts with the skeletons of his ancestors, leafing through the kingdom's oldest books, conferring with wise men and druids on some way to bring her back to life. He gazed at all hours upon the glass casket where she was entombed, vowing not to leave her side until a remedy was found. The king's best alchemists had preserved her in a state of deathly beauty that was both wondrous and horrifying to behold. A sleeping damsel with hands folded, lying upon a bed of dried roses, face as white as snow. The king became nearly as pale as his sister, and with empty eyes, at times seemed dead himself. Gwahir pointed and shouted, "A Terran, he is in peril!" Brigida strung her bow and fired as she would shoot a deer fleeing through the thickets of the dark wood. The arrow met its mark, the beast became ash, and the boy fell to earth. Quick as lightning, Brigida and Gwahir were at his side. A day passed, and when they came to a place with a standing stone next to a vast marshland, Brigida heard an anguished voice in her mind crying out in warning. No sooner had this happened than a group of bandits jumped out and surrounded their company. The prisoners were hauled to a place called the Bleeding Marshes, named for the red glow that issued forth from the marshes in the dead of night. The Wolfpack kept court at a ruined gatehouse tower with a drawbridge that was half collapsed. Brigida, Gwahir, and Adiran were shoved into a dark and dank dungeon until the tribe should decide their fate. As the sun grew, the air felt colder and colder, and the trees gave way to a vast land of small shrubs and grasses. Brigida knew they were getting closer to the realm of death, where the snow never melted. The wizard spoke thus. A great quest you embark on, but when you reach the land of death, you cannot tarry long, for your earthly bodies may be shed, and spirits you shall remain. And as tempted as you are to seek out your kin who have passed on, you must resist the temptation, for when you gaze upon them in glee, time itself will seem to speed up.
I'm tired.
I was once known as the Black Monarch, but when the deathly monks stole back the shroud, they assassinated me with it and bound my soul to its very fabric. Now is the hour when I may go free. The companions did not know what to make of the ghost who sat before them, but slowly their eyes were opened. The hallowed shroud was there in front of them, lying over the head of the Black Monarch. Gwahir and Aderin were terrified and confused, wondering at the meaning of this, but they could see that Brigida was quickly turning as transparent as her mother, so the monk did as she said. Without touching it, he opened the chest and placed it on Brigida.
Come in, good sir. Browse at your leisure.
Within the archway was a land more vibrantly colored than any Brigida had yet seen and ever will. Mountains, gardens, and oceans of bricks in shapes indescribable, glimmering and glistening in the sun. They saw many beings who were long dead. The sky was like a gem of many hues, constantly shifting and spreading like wet paint across a canvas. They traveled along like this for what felt like ages, meeting heroes and heroines of ancient days. And then a clear sea rose up beneath, deep and yet able to be gazed all the way into the ocean floor. Shining sparkles covering all, oyster men in emerald helms, stingray men with red eyes there were, holding court in castles with sea glass domes, hunting for silver crystals. She could not see, but she could feel the endless wings and eyes, and immeasurable wills and creativity deep enough to form the very foundations of reality and the universe itself. And deeper still was its imagining, so that all existence was merely a scratch on the surface of a vast and unending canvas stretching into infinity, capable of being filled with a blast of glory at a mere breath. She may have faded into the mass of oblivion if her mother had not cast a shield around her with her cloak, which dulled out all the holy magic that surrounded them. What is the reason for your stares? Bridget asked. Your hair, Guahir said in wonder. It has changed from brown to pale white, like bones.
Just checking in. I know you're probably working or something like that. I felt like I wanted to be real for a moment and get something out of my head. Hope you're doing well. I think I already told you this, but I've been having mild panic attacks for the last year. I'm not even feeling stressed when suddenly I can't breathe very mildly and my heart is beating too fast. I'm just completely out of control. I'm afraid that I can never figure out what's wrong with me and I'm going to rack up endless doctor bills that I can't afford. My last counselor told me to imagine myself in a calming, safe place. I've been trying to figure out where my safe place is. The place or location that I feel the most calm, like nothing can hurt me there. After a while of thinking about it, I realized that the safest place I can think of is my childhood bedroom. So recently, laying in bed at night, feeling anxious, I'm closing my eyes and trying to place myself there, curled up on my twin bed, the posters on the walls, the old toy bench in the corner full of stuffed animals that Mom threw out when I was 9 or 10, I can't remember. The window open to a fresh spring night, the spring frogs singing me to sleep. The future just felt like one big endless possibility of wonder and joy. I feel really lucky. Not everyone gets to have a safe childhood. Some people grow up in really harsh, sad places. But me, I feel privileged to have these memories, to have grown up in a really safe place. In the 90s with a bunch of really cool shit, all the angry people and stuff that we deal with now I had no clue about. I had my imagination. And life wasn't perfect. You know that better than me. You were more aware of everything going on with our family, but I really treasure thinking back to my childhood. That house is different now. I wonder what my bedroom is being used for now, with the people who moved in after Mom and Dad sold it. I feel like such a wimp sometimes, being so nostalgic. I am fully aware that my childhood probably wasn't as glorious as I remember it. Heck, I know it wasn't as glorious. It was flawed, and I often block out the really scary stuff. And I also feel like a wimp because I know companies are using my nostalgia to con me into buying things, but I really love my childhood. It makes me feel safe. I feel like everyone needs something that makes them feel safe. The truth is that the world isn't safe at all. It's terrifying. That's why I go back to my bedroom, in my head. I'll always keep it with me.